Hey, how's everybody doing today? Shifu Gregg here from the Authentic Shaolin Kung Fu School. Shifu Lloyd.
What's up?
So today we're going to talk about Shihan Ali actually brought up a really good point about being a parent. Now, I'm going to probably just reiterate everything that he had spoken about, but the problem that we have in today's world is that when the kids are coming into class and the kids are training, Kevin, how you doing? When the kids come into class and the kids are training, we have a situation where the parents decide after a certain amount of time that the parents are going to pull the kids out. Sometimes the kids don't want to do it anymore. They want to go home and play video games. Whatever the reason is, parents have to be parents first. Growing up in the martial arts and seeing, teaching a lot of people, we go through this whole thing where I'm seeing, and in my school I'm very fortunate, we have mostly adults in our school, but the kids that we have and the parents that we have, when they first get into the school, I always make the same speech. And I bring all the parents into the back room and we have a nice little talk about it and let everybody know exactly what the deal is. You know, this is not a school where it's going to be simple, it's going to be easy. They'd rather go home, play video games, they'd rather hang out with their friends. It's not an easy thing. And in being a parent, it's not easy to watch your child not be happy while they're training. But martial arts is martial arts. They are learning a set skill that is going to protect them one day. They need to really work out the drills. They have to understand the technique. So it's not going to be bubblegum and candy canes. It's going to be martial arts, and it's going to be a lot of hard work, and it's going to be a lot of training. Do they have fun? Yeah, we make it fun. But there's a lot of hard work that's involved in it. So parents need to man up and woman up and be parents. You don't let your 4-year-old get in the car because he wants to get in the car and drive the car down the road. It's kind of a simple understanding. So in martial arts, if the child wants to quit because he's exhausted or he's tired, well, tough. That's what it's all about. It's about learning how to eat better, right? That's what it's all about, right? What's your take up on this? Here we go. Are we all ready? We sitting down? We all buckled up for the Shifu Lloyd ride? Here we go.
My whole take on this is,
oh boy,
you know, nowadays parents want to be friends with their kids. You know, they don't want to be looked at in a bad light, you know, because, you know, kids want to, you know, say, oh, you're such, you know, you don't let me express myself, you don't let me do this, I want to do this, I should be doing this, I should be doing this, and, you know, the reality of it is these kids have to learn what it means to work hard, to see things through, to learn not to quit. Now, that's not what I'm saying. Now, if a kid tries something and it's not for them, it's not for them.
Yeah, that's a different...
You know, that's a whole different avenue.
Yeah.
A whole different avenue. But if a kid's been doing something for an extended period of time, it doesn't have to be martial arts. It could be sports, you know, whatever it is, gymnastics, and the kid's been doing it for an extended period of time. Your job is to opt for them to keep going it long term. You know, to teach them not to give up. Even when things get tough, even when things gets hard, even when they lose interest, because they will lose interest at a certain point. It's not that wow factor when they first started doing it. That's the tough part. You know, when kids is like, oh, it's boring now. You know, that's when you have to say, oh well, you know, you have to, as a parent, not just force your kid to come, but you also have to be communicating with the instructor and tell the instructor, oh, he's getting bored in certain parts of the class, you know, because he's been doing it for so long, yada, 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 yada. You know, and you guys can communicate together and work with the instructor. Now, that doesn't mean that the instructor's gonna just tailor-make the class around your child, you know, because that doesn't work. You know, but if the child needs a little bit more extra stimulation, you know, a little bit more drills or a little more this, a little more ways to do his basics or extra techniques and things like that, then that's what has to happen. But again, it has to be a joint endeavor. You know, and a lot of these parents, again, you know, sad to say, they expect the teachers to work miracles. You know, and the
Love you too, JP.
you know, and the problem with that is if you're not being consistent with the child in terms of anything, sports, you know, whatever it is, if you're not being consistent, the child will tend to want to quit even faster.
Yep.
You know, so the key is being consistent. You know, so they know this day and this day I have martial arts, or this day and this day I have football, or this day and this day I have that, and you stick to that no matter what. You know, still they can hang out with their friends on certain days and have birthday parties and whatever, but on this day and this day you have this. This is your responsibility. This is what you have to do.
Hey Isaac, how you doing?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just it's funny that, you know, it's like I was listening to Shihan Ali talk about this the other day, and it really struck a chord because I believe the same way, you know, with the whole be a parent thing, because it's so important, and especially in today's day, right? We have parents in here, or we don't have parents in here that do this, but you know, if their kid's failing in something, they pull them out of this. They pull them out of something
Because the child's unhappy.
Yeah. So you know.
Yeah.
So if that person's failing, if that child is failing, let them fail. Let them fail and get back up. Because what we're doing is we're creating a society of nonsense. Because nobody's allowed to fail. Everybody gets pushed through. That is all BS.
Well, what boils down to is we're creating a society of entitlement. The whole millennial crap. You know, where, you know, millennials will be like, oh, it's all about me, and it's all about me because they're allowed to feel that way. Because no matter what happens, the situation changes. If something doesn't make them happy, they change the situation. If something's too hard, you do something else, make it easier. You know, these kids are not held accountable for certain things.
Accountability. There is no accountability in today's kids. No accountability.
And it doesn't matter the age. It could be even a 4-year-old is responsible for doing certain things. You know, he may not be responsible for taking out the trash, but he may be responsible for cleaning up after himself and things like that. This is the kind of things that has to happen from a young age, and it doesn't happen. And I see it time and time again. And then you got a child that you can't control. You get them to do certain things, and we all don't want to do things like when we you do something, otherwise you're gonna get that. You can't do that nowadays. So these parents are stuck. These parents are stuck at an impasse. They don't know how to discipline their child. They don't know what to do. And so, at last resort, what do? They bring them where?
Bring them to the martial arts.
They bring them to us. And then we're supposed to work miracles and get these kids and fix these kids. And then what happens is, the kids are all going home for like 3 weeks. And then it's like, I forgot. We got this thing to do. And then we don't see the kid for like 3 weeks. And then they come back in. And then we got to start all over again. So it's not just the kids, it's the parents. The parents have to be accountable as well.
Yep. I think that's the most important thing, that the parents have to be accountable, especially for their kids. If they're realizing that the kids have problems and they bring them to the school, they have to let the teachers do their job. They need to learn how to let go and let the teachers do their job so that there's no problems.
Yeah. And we reiterate whatever values you guys are instilling in your kids at home. Pick and do your homework, because we check report cards. Clean up after yourself. Help mom and dad. Do stuff around the house. So if we're reiterating what you're teaching the kids at home, well, guess what? You should be reiterating what we teach here. Which means, put down that PS4, get your butt in the backyard, and get your staff, and go over your martial arts.
Yeah.
You got to do an hour of martial arts.
Yeah.
How many parents can say that they do that truthfully? Raise your hand. Let me see.
I don't see any hands out there.
Let me see.
Let me look through the magical glass. Do we see any?
I see goose egg. I see none. Now I'm just because probably there are some parents that probably
there are some
that,
parents out
do
there.
that, but I haven't really seen too many that do that on a regular basis, and I would like to see that a lot more.
Yeah,
but,
without a doubt.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to give a kudos to Shihan. Vinny, how you doing?
How you doing,
Good
Vinny?
to see you. It's good to see like Shihan Ali out there promoting and talking about stuff like this. It's good to see Shihan Andrew out there, Stigliano, doing his thing, promoting great as he always does, and teaching and preaching about really being mindful and being aware of what schools to go to and what schools to stay away from. I think it's really important for the adults to, and I know we keep going back to this whole McDojo thing, but it's really important to really be mindful. Do your homework. Do your homework. Go out there.
This message is for the parents in terms of the McDojo thing. Now, the whole McDojo thing is the kids will keep progressing, and you'll keep paying more money. But the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, if they're not learning anything.
If they're not learning anything, if they can't actually do the techniques that they've been learning, then you just wasted your money. So me as a parent, I want to know what I'm paying for my money. So if
Fred, what's going on?
So if I'm paying for my kid to learn how to defend himself,
haven't seen you in ages.
That's what I want to see. That's the fruit of my money that I want to see. And if my kid can't do that, then something's wrong. Either I'm not living up to my responsibility, getting into class and making him practice, or he's in the McDojo. Basically, that's the kind of scenarios we working with.
Has nothing to do with making money. Every school out there should make money. Every school out there should be professional. So a McDojo is now categorized as making money. It's not categorized as being a business. It's categorized as watering down a system and throwing belts at people for no reason.
Quality in your product. You do quality in your product, you'll make more money.
Great to see you too, Fred. Congratulations on your whole life. Very, very proud of you.
So that's what I got to say about that. And a lot of parents don't like this topic and don't want it put into the light, shine the light on it.
Yeah.
Because I know this is happening, but you can't tell me that this is happening because you can't tell me how to raise my child. Yeah. I'm not telling you how to raise your child. I'm telling you.
You're wasting your money.
You're wasting your money. That's what I'm telling you. You're wasting your money. Even when parents come here, because there's no belts, there's no time frame for these kids to test. There's no schedule for these kids to get their belts. So they get their belts on merit, on their skill, on how they earn it. So if your kid is coming here for like a year and hasn't moved up because you haven't brought the class on a regular basis, and then you come to us and it's like, oh well, I was like, listen, that's not. I'm here. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for your kid to come in. Yeah. Where's he been? That's not on me. Guess what? That's on you. And then the parents don't want to hear that. Well, we have this going on. We have that going on. We have this going on. But I was like, hey, well, you know what?
You got to make the time.
You got to make the time.
Make the time. Find the time. If it's something that doesn't fit, that's something different. So if your child's doing way too much stuff, you have to be aware that your child is doing way too much stuff. And then you got to prioritize and figure out exactly what you want to do. Maybe this doesn't fit in. Maybe martial arts doesn't fit into what your child is doing at the moment. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Move on to the next thing, But maybe there'll be a time. And when there is a time, make sure that you really push. Push to make sure that whatever we're doing here, you're doing at home, right? It's all about self-empowerment. I teach people this all the time. It's all about self-empowerment. You're coming here to learn martial arts. When you leave the door, your martial arts goes with you, which means you should be practicing at home. If you don't practice at home, you're wasting time. You've got schools out there that are teaching half-an-hour classes.
That's a warm-up.
That's a warm-up. There's not really much in a half an hour that you can teach. So we as martial artists have to really step up our games, and we really need to figure out what we need to do to teach real good, viable martial arts. And that's it in a nutshell. We're teaching something that is worth a lot. We are teaching something that is a martial art. Martial first. You're learning how to defend yourself. If your martial arts does not teach you how to fight, does not teach you how to take your techniques and apply your techniques correctly, if your martial arts doesn't teach you the basic fundamentals of protecting yourself and being able to fight and being able to diffuse a situation, then you're not really learning martial arts. You're just learning an art. You're just learning a cultural art. That's all you're doing at that point.
You're wasting your money.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're wasting your money.
And like I said, and I think like Shifu said as well, is if you don't really like what we're talking about, just swipe. Just
Yeah.
don't listen.
That's
It's
like
okay.
I said, there's realities to this stuff for adults as well as children. There's realities to this stuff.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is, for a child, the parent has to commit as much as the child.
Yes.
The parent has to commit as much as the child.
Even more so.
Even more so.
Right? Because it stops you from doing stuff that you want to do.
Yeah, and I know a lot of parents is like, oh, I want to learn it, but then they drop them off, and then we're the glorified babysitters.
Oh yeah, or here, there you go, right? Or we have parents that do that where they're, we don't really have. We have 14 kids in this whole school,
yeah,
if that.
If that.
But the kids that we do have, there's like one or two that the parents will sometimes drop them off and leave, and they're not being part of the school. And I'm not asking any of the parents to get on the floor, which we do have a lot of the parents training too now. Most of the parents are on the floor training, but we don't want
be involved.
Yeah, don't be an absentee parent and let your kid just drop your kid off and let him do whatever he wants to do.
I know a kid that tested, got his belt, and went through the ceremony to get his belt, and he was here by himself, and no parent was here.
Yeah, I just can't even. I can't even fathom that. I can't even understand that. That to me is just so wrong on so many different levels, and it's a shame, and it's an absolute shame. But it's today's avenue. It's what everybody's doing today. Not everybody, but a lot of people out there. I can't definitely So it's very important to be an active parent. Be an active parent. And again, like Shifu said, you need to really commit yourself. And if you're going to commit yourself to teaching. Commit yourself to being a parent. Commit yourself to being educated and watch what your child is learning. And for the adults that are out there, for the adults that we have in our school, because we've got lots of them, it's for me it's a little easier because they're adults. They understand what's going on, and it's they're easier to teach sometimes.
Yeah.
But for the most part, everybody's hardworking, and I'm very fortunate and I'm very thankful for all the students here because they're all caring. They all work hard and they all train very, very hard.
Now, we're not saying that you guys are bad parents. That's not the message that we're putting out.
No.
What we're saying is,
don't be an absentee.
Don't be absent, because a lot of times, the martial arts is like the black sheep of the whole family. If you put your kids in sports, you'll drive the kid all over the place, go to every single practice with them, be there every single game, yada 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 yada. But when it comes to martial arts, we said we got an event going on, and we got
How
this.
How are you, Robinson? How are you, sir?
We got a testing, and they got to get extra
Good to
help
see you.
for testing and things like that. And it was like, oh well, we got this going on, we got that going on, we got this going on, and a lot of parents equate, sports with the kids getting trophies, because oh, he's going to get a trophy at the end of the season, and the parents equate with that. Now, here the kids don't get no trophies. They get a belt, they get a sash, but they don't get any trophies. But what they get here, I feel,
It's real martial arts.
yeah, is more important than they were getting sports, because what they're getting here is not just fighting skills, but also learning life skills. For adults as well as kids.
Martial arts.
And real martial arts. You have, this is not just fighting, but the fighting teaches you life skills, how to deal with other people, not just in a altercation, but in at work, at home, different relationships and things like that, because that's what you're going to be learning here. Real martial arts. That's what real martial arts teaches you. So
no.
I feel that this is even a more important environment to keep your kids in, because they're actually learning the life skills that they're going to need to succeed outside of the school.
Very well said.
And that they're not necessarily getting in the sports environment.
Yep.
Because all the coaches care about is these kids doing well and getting that championship and getting those trophies and stuff like that.
Yeah, and everybody gets a trophy at the end.
Everybody
gets a
no matter if you show up every single practice or if you don't show up, the kid is guaranteed to get a trophy at the end of the season.
Kid's running down the wrong side of the field, but he still gets the trophy.
He still gets the trophy. You know what I'm saying? That does not teach them good life skill.
No.
And again, this is my opinion. If you don't agree with that opinion, swipe. But you see it time and time again. And then when they come in here and they're not succeeding as quickly or as much as they should, and the parent sees that, and then the kid gets discouraged because they actually have to work, then guess who's the bad guy?
Yeah. Hey, look.
Yeah.
Shihan Ali's
Hey,
on
Shihan, how are you?
So, yes, Shihan, we stole your topic today, and I think that it was an awesome topic, and I watched it yesterday. So, I'm definitely knocking it out of the park today and letting people understand that, again, it's people need to be parents. So, thank you very much. And I know you wanted to just say hello. It's awesome, but thank you very much for stopping in. I appreciate it. And like I said, it was a great topic yesterday, and I definitely wanted to bring it up to light, on this as well. And I think Shihan, Andrew should talk about it. I think anybody else that gets online here should start talking about it and really start to feed and educate the public and educate the parents, to let the parents know what the deal is. And again, like Shifu said, we're not trying to say that parents are bad. We're trying to say that parents need to learn.
And parents are like, oh, well, I work and I do this. Everybody works. Everybody works. Everybody has a job. Everybody has kids. I got 2 kids. He's got 4 kids. And it's about what's important to you, what's priority to you. So if you guys came to us, you guys wanted to get your kids into martial arts, you guys came to us. So this is what we're telling you. This is for your child to succeed, and this stuff that you're paying your money for, this is what your part of the commitment is. And a lot of people is like, oh, the cool. People's like, oh, I can't do that. That interferes me watching my show and on The Voice or something at night. I can't do that. I gotta go shopping and I gotta go this. I gotta go that. Well, then you know what? Then maybe this is not for you or your child. But if this is something that you're passionate about with your child, guess what? You gotta put some work in too.
Yep. So, guys, I just wanted to bring that topic up today. Sifu and I are gonna come on here a little bit more. I'd like to do like once a week, where we can find some topics. But I don't want to be the only one talking about topics. If anybody has any comments about topics that they want to talk about for our next rant, let me know. Leave a comment at the bottom. Would love to just
intelligent comments, please. Only tiger against this, and we want topics that we know that everybody can vibe with.
That people can relate to.
Yeah.
So definitely leave some comments in the bottom if there's any topics that anybody wants to talk about. And I think that what we need to do as a group of martial artists, that are teachers, as a group of students in the martial arts, that we need to really start to raise together and start to make awareness for the public out there, so people could start seeing what real martial arts is all about, and we can get rid of some of this nonsense that's out there that can possibly hurt somebody, right? Bottom line is if you're learning something that's falsifying your security, and you think that you're secure, and you're really not, it's really shame on the teacher that's teaching this stuff, because there's a lot of crap out there, and we got to really just kind of sift the soil to try to get
a lot of those teachers that have all these kids as a main part of their business, and they don't care because they got rows and rows of kids coming in, so they don't require the parents to do anything. So the parents come in, as long as the parents are bringing the kids, these kids get the belt. So, they don't care, if the parent disappears for like a month because they got another extra 40 kids that they're relying on, for their business, So a lot of these instructors, don't care if the parents bring them in on a regular basis. They don't require these parents to make these kids practice. They don't require this. They don't require that. So the parents are like, oh, my kid is the best in the world, And then they get these kids with false confidence, and they've been at these schools for like 6-7 years.
Yeah, and they end up getting hurt.
And then they end up getting hurt, and they come in here, and then we take a look at what they got, and we're like, oh. You got gypped.
You got McGypped.
You got McGypped for like 8 years.
Yeah.
Because these kids, don't have any skills to speak about.
Got some extra fries with those kicks.
Yeah.
Got the 10-piece.
Got the 10-piece.
The 10-piece kick meal.
Yeah, 10-piece kick meal.
Oh no. Oh, this is bad. Yeah. All right. So, another thing I definitely wanted to talk about was January 14th, which is this Sunday. We're having a wellness seminar. So, I'm putting it out to all of my students. I'm putting it out to all of my Melaleuca family out there, that if anybody refers anybody to me that I do refer to membership, I will be giving privates. I will be giving them a free private. So if there's anybody out there that's part of the Melaleuca family, that's part of our family, that's part of what we're doing here. Again, if you guys send referrals to me and we sign them to memberships, I'll definitely be giving free privates out. So free private lessons, which is pretty awesome. Again, January 14th is a free wellness seminar. Everybody is welcome to come to it. It's all about, we're going to be doing tai chi, qigong, a little meditation, understanding the healthy aspects of living, right? We want to learn how to live healthier inside and out.
What are you saying? Vinny? Wow, that's a sweet deal. Yeah, so why don't you come, Vinny? Why don't you come?
Yeah.
I'm just playing. I'll live to see you there, though.
Hopefully we'll see you.
Hopefully we'll see you there.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see you. Love to have you come down. Yeah. But yeah, so again, if anybody's interested, again, January 14th, 12 o'clock noon at the school, we'll not only be doing the Tai Chi, the Qigong, the meditation, learning about healthy eating and healthy ways of living, but we're also going to have free samples of the Melaleuca products. So come down, be a part of it, see if it's something that you'd like to do, and we'll hook you up. This way, it synergizes really well with the school. So this way, you'll have the whole healthy aspect, living the Tai Chi, the Qigong, the Kung Fu, and the healthy way of living and eating.
Life skills,
right?
Life skills.
And also healthy products, healthy products, cleaning products, because what you guys are cleaning with are really toxic to the body. So something to think about, something to look over. Again, hopefully we'll see everybody January 14th at 12 noon. And other than that, guys, thank you very much. Look at all the likes.
Bing, 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 bing,
Thanks,
bing.
guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys soon. Lots and lots of love. Again, for parents out there, be parents. Do your homework before you bring your kids to a martial arts school. If you have any questions, inbox me. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Other than that,
Shaolin out!
See you guys later. Thanks so much.